Let's go. Morning. Morning. Good morning. Hi, Ivan. Hi, Watson. Okay, let's kick it. So we had GDP quarter over quarter, and it's minus 0.5%. Hello, Santosh. Let me see. Final GDP, unemployment claims. Yeah. A lot of things. Are happening. Just give me a second. My girl is texting me. She wants us to move to US for some reason. I need to clear this out. Hello. I'm talking to my cat at the same time. So, did I show you my cats? I think I showed you only my dog. Let me see. Thank you. I'm gonna have to start posting again. I'll be honest. I lost my motivation in posting those daily recaps, or at least trade recaps, because they take a long time, and for some reason I don't find the motivation. But I cannot grow this channel only by streaming like this every day, so I'm gonna have to start again. So this weekend I'm gonna post another video. But okay, let me show my cat first because she's annoying me. There you go. Look at the camera. You're ugly. She's fat and ugly, but she has a lovely personality. Okay. Thank you very much, Ivan. So basically, we're bullish for the day. The only reason we might have a retraction is because we want to trade inside this fair value gap, but yeah. She's a very chill cat. She's like unlike other cats. She's just chill. Sometimes she likes to fight with the other one, but she doesn't cause any problems. She's very independent, and she doesn't bite. She doesn't scratch. She just wants attention. She's like very needy. So today we're very bullish. We want to see all-time highs this week, and the only reason why we would have a correction is because we want to come back inside this inversion fair value gap that you can see right here, and inside this big fair value gap on the green candle. That's the only reason why we would have a correction. Meanwhile, I can just see us as going down and just taking these all-time highs today, tomorrow. We're gonna have to see how the price is gonna play out. But the idea is for us to stay bullish, and if we see a great break in market structure, so say by the standard deviation, I don't think we're gonna reach all-time highs, but we can reach 666. Because for us to reach all-time highs, it would be an outlier. It can happen, but it doesn't happen as often. The probabilities are very small, right? So in order for us to trade within the standard deviations, we can see the Asian lows. We can see coming back inside this inversion fair value gap, this one, or relative equal lows. These look very sexy right here. And this plays out in the scenario that I showed you on the daily. Meanwhile, we can just continue to be bullish. Either way works for us. Let's just see how everything is going to pan out. But I consider that we are in a premium, so maybe a short-term correction before all-time highs would be nice. Now let's look. I'm not going to place a trade before market open because we have this gap left here. So yeah, I don't wanna be caught in some aggressive movement. On the funded accounts, I didn't mind because you get stopped out immediately. But when you're trading the real markets, you're not gonna get filled when there is a high volatility movement. You're not gonna get filled wherever you place your stop limit. So let's be mindful of that. Meanwhile, I would have bought this one for sure on any funded account. You buy this one here, 41. It was a good buy anyway. Should have tried it. Just give me a second so I can connect my brokerage account here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're here. I don't know if you listen to rap or hip hop, but if you're listening, one of my artists is G-Eazy. He dropped an album. It's very nice. It's very interesting. I have been humming his songs all day. But yeah, we have some medium impact news at 10 o'clock, but we shouldn't affect the price action. I'm reading as well a book. It's called Crack Up Capitalism. Let me show you the cover. I don't know if you can see it properly. I don't know if this thing is zooming properly. No, it's not. Yeah, something like that. This is a Kindle and this is the name of the book. But basically it's about capitalists or business people who would like to live in a world without democracy and everything to be traded as a business. Even lows to be written like contracts, and if you don't respect them, you're gonna pay a fine and you're gonna be kicked out of such state. And it's a movement that's been happening for a while, and I've been reading a lot of stuff about this. But probably you've heard of places like Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong. So basically, their ideal is for them to have small places where they pay less taxes or zero taxes, and labor markets are in their favor because there are no unions, and basically you as a simple citizen, you don't have any rights. You just have the right to work until they don't need you, and basically the rule of thumb is a contract and money. And it's a psycho-utopia of capitalism. It's a very interesting book. If you're into books, I suggest you read it. If you're not into book, I suggest you start getting into them, because you're clearly gonna have an advantage in life if you read books. Obviously, you can listen to audiobooks. Everyone digests information in a different way. But yeah. Do you mind rephrasing that? So, what do I think about data low? Which data? Yeah, half the later part of your question, I don't really understand. If it and what's important, what's the acronym of DOE? Okay, so the 830 data low would be basically this one. Well, yeah. I understand 520 would be. Uh, I don't always take it into consideration because I have not backtested 830 data low, because there's clearly a strong magnet towards this liquidity here as well, and I understand that. But right now we're stuck in this range, and unless we're gonna get out of it, I don't really pay attention to 520. I pay more attention to the midnight open. I pay more attention to the half of Asian range, which is this one. It's 420, and Asian lows, and yesterday this daily CB. Like getting too focused on 830 low, it would just narrow my narrative. It's not broad enough. So let's say if we just the market is just gonna go higher, right? Because it's trying to reach for 666. I'm not gonna be so strung out, or like I'm not gonna focus as much on the fact that we didn't touch the 830 low. It's okay, because in essence it's 834 already. So yeah, I care more about the opening of the 830, if that makes sense. And what I'm considering now is like maybe we have a good short coming, because We left volume and balance here. We're trading, or we're almost gonna trade inside this fair value gap. So, and we have also like we have relative equal lows, Asian lows, and Asia has been very bullish, and we did not have any retraction inside of it. So look inside this 15-minute candle, there is this small gap over here. At any point in time, I would just short this one and place my stop loss above this high and just try to chase this lows. Let's see how the open is going to react. Yep. We had some pretty difficult trading days the past few days. Maybe the price is going to open today. So I like the fact that we retracted here, but we just left the wick. Basically, we touched this gap. So let's see how they're going to react after this one. It is a draw on liquidity for sure. It is a draw on liquidity for me, even the fact that this wick is very long. Meanwhile, just give me a second. Let's check the mid of this one. It hasn't even touched the mid of it, just 25% a quarter. So yeah, it is a drawn liquidity for sure. Any other day, a funded account or a challenging account, I would short this one. I'll be short right now. Let's watch. I want more than this. I want to get out of this range. I don't want to place a trade here. We are not up too much on the day, only 38th percentile. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be rushing, but I believe the price is going to move very fast. I kind of regret I did not try that short. We have SMT with yes. If yes is going to be slow on the move, I'm gonna short yes. As you can see right here at the bottom on the right, on the left, this 5 minute did not take the low, the 830 low, the drawn liquidity we've been talking. Meanwhile, this is 1 hour candle, fair value gap, which is holding the price, supporting the price. So yeah, so basically the idea would be you buy here, buy this gap, you place a profit take here, and you can also short it at the same time. You can put buy one, sell two, and you trade the market both ways. But I don't want to do high speed algorithmic trading. Well, in which regard? Because right now I'm trading micros and I trade only 1 or 2 micros. And my purchasing power for each contract is $40. So leverage is different when you're talking about future contracts compared to CFDs and indexes and whatever. For each contract that you buy, you need a purchasing power. And that purchasing power is dictated by the broker. So if the broker deems you're liquid enough, you're going to be allowed to buy future contracts. So yeah, it works differently. The leverage for future contracts works differently. Because in essence, one contract of E-mini, for example, is 200 something. In essence. But for most of the brokers, you just need 20,000 to buy it, or 10,000, or AMP has the lowest, which is 3,000 or something for NASDAQ. So yeah, it just works differently. It depends on the brokers. Sometimes when I'm talking about over leveraging, I'm saying the fact that, just 1 second, I want to look at this first presentation for a value gap. Okay, let's try it, even though I'm not fully convinced on what I'm doing. The only reason I'm doing this is because it's the first presentation for value gap. So just bear me a second. Okay, I'm out. I don't think we lost anything. I'll explain to you afterwards why I'm out. I just want to see how this is going to be respected. If I'm going to place another short again. We have a 4-hour fair value gap that is supporting the price here, so. And we have SMT with ES, so yeah. I'm staying out and I'm gonna consider longs. Let's see how this is gonna trade now. Mm. Very difficult the market this morning. This is gonna go down on. That's good. It's just the first 13 minutes, so I need a bit more time to see. We have touched midnight. We're touching a breaker on the regular trading hours, so let's wait for this 15-minute to close. ES stays very, very bullish. So these are my reservations and why I'm yeah, I can never know which trades are gonna behaving this way where they're just gonna go straight to your target, which was lower. But I base my assumption on what's happening on the ES, and right now I believe a long is in place. We're below the 830 open. We're inside the 4 hour. Let me show you. 4 hour fair value gap. Just, yeah, look how the price is behaving. Jesus. Did we took this low? I'm looking at the ES as well, but I don't see any inefficiency I can short. Let's wait a bit more. Okay, so we touched the mid of the Asian range. Not an easy day for trading. Yeah, for sure. If I want a short, I don't really have a good option for stop loss. Only above that first presentation fair value gap. I want to wait for the end of this 1 minute candle to see what I'm gonna do. I'm not shorting now for sure. I don't believe we're gonna have a high probability setup now. This is very ominous. This run is not trustworthy. But this is a breaker, so I might buy this fair value gap if it comes to that. This run is so unhealthy. Too fast, too furious. Nothing for me to buy here anymore. We have SMT with yes. There's nothing we can do right now. I'm not buying these highs while we left all these inefficiencies behind. So unless we have a small correction, I'm not buying anything. Yes, exactly. I got out, and I will explain to you why. I'll wait for a bit more confirmation, because I see a reason why I can be short right now. So yeah, when I cannot frame the direction of the market, or when I have two biases, I need more confirmation, even though I'm gonna buy or sell at a different price. Trading this very value gap with this breaker here. Maybe a bit too late, but I'm out. I'm trading off instinct. Let them run it if they want to run it. It's just an ugly price action. Let's see. We're minus 29 today. That's okay. What we had one break-even trade, one losing trade, and yeah, the next one is gonna decide the day. I just don't like where are the highs. I understand that the price is gonna go higher. We have this 5-minute fair value gap. We have these breakers over here, but I just don't like the price action, and I have a small headache. So most probably that's why I'm not patient with them. Plus, I did not pull the trigger here. Buying up here is just silly. Let me go grab a painkiller. Hmm. We have SMT with ES. On ES, we left relative equal lows. Uh, Boring. Well, now let's try again. Now at least we have a fair value gap, so I have a clear stop loss. Meanwhile, we are inside this 830 candle gap, which I want to become an inversion fair value gap. So let's see 598 if that's in play. After the high, we move to break even. So ES is running and already took the high. So if this is the six sister, meaning Nasdaq is just lagging, but it's gonna follow suit, we might be in the green. It's reaching new highs and new highs, yes. So let's wait for the Nasdaq to react. We're touching the 830 open again. I believe a big green candle is about to happen. Coming. Mm. There you go. After we take the high, we move to break even and we're gonna let it run. ES is just already way ahead, way ahead. Now let's see how they wanna close this candle first. Bravo. Moving to break even. 660. Wait. This is the second standard deviation. I'm aiming for 645 or 666, or I'm gonna take my position off at any high of this candle, high of the next candle. Let's see if it wants to run and for how long. Be careful out there. What happened? How did you breach it? I don't want this to be an inversion fair value gap, but if it's gonna happen, our day is over. Can recoup some of that loss. And I'm sorry to hear that, but it's the lessons we gotta learn. Happened to me a lot of times. I'm thinking if this is gonna reverse on us because it's very probable right now. Like it. Hmm. I would like to see a run to this high and then consider an exit. But I'm very aware of all this liquidity left down here, so my only thought is that we had 4 hour fair value gap and now we're basically going higher, but it's just gonna happen in stages. It's gonna happen very slow and it's not gonna be ideal for scalpers. So we might break even. and still go higher. It can still go higher. Shorts are not credible right now just due to the bullishness that we are on the daily. We have on the daily. We're tiptoeing around the 8:30 open. It took us a long time for us to reach those highs, so now you can understand why you should take partials. I'm gonna try this one. Tight stop loss. I'm not sure I quite like it, but the intention is we had inversion fair value gap, and that's about it. Took the high, Our protection is 830 open and this order block right here. So we want to attack all these buyers here and over here. This is my last trade, regardless of what's happening. Yeah, that's it. We have tried our best. It's just that kind of day is not good for speculation. You can still go up here and come back, so I don't wanna even entertain any other trade. Yeah, we're done for the day. Have a nice one. Thank you for tuning in. I have a headache. Horrible management on my part. So I'll have to take some notes. See you tomorrow. Peace.